Yeah, Wagwan peoples. I think I started a show with this song one time, but that's the vibe I'm in today, mate. This is the vibe I'm in today, mate. You see, song from Chronix called De La Move. And why do I like this song, you say? I'm feeling great now. How you feeling? Yes. Well, you see me personal, I'm just a country boy from Manipula, you know what I mean? If you know me, you know I used to play football over the community center on a mic town where all my people have come from. But guess what about me? Guess one thing about me? I put my city on the map. Come on, Chronix. Yeah. De La Move. That's me. Alright, that's for that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That was my interlude. I hope you liked it. I am Martin, and this is the Evening People Show. Thank you for joining. If this is your first time joining the show, welcome to the show. We're going to have a good show today. I have an old friend joining the show, somebody I haven't seen or spoken to in a long time, but I see him making some moves. I'm curious about the moves he's making. I want to ask him about the moves he's making. In this show, like I said, we talk to old friends, we talk to new friends, we have some laughs, we chat. We usually cover some poetry in the show as well. The poetry we cover is usually from my book back there, there. It's called Love, Life, Confrontation, Expressions, Selections from the Chronicles of a Black Man. It's a book of poetry. If you're in Jamaica, it's available in Fontana Pharmacies in Mandeville, Montego Bay, and both Kingston locations. That's Waterloo and Barbican. If you are anywhere else in the world, really, Amazon.com carries it. You can see the title back there. Google it, share it. For our friends joining via YouTube, big up on yourself. I'm happy to have y'all. Anyways, enough dilly-dally. My guest today is Mark Thomas. He is a financial advisor. He's a network marketing extraordinaire. He is a businessman. He goes by the motto, height of great men reach and kept was not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions helped, were upward toiling through the night. He's a guy that has his head pretty well screwed on his body. But without further ado, I'm going to have Mark join the show. Mark, you ready?
Yeah, man, I'm born ready.
Already. How you doing, sir?
I'm great, Martin. It's great to see you, man.
Likewise, man. I haven't seen you in many moons there, good sir.
Yeah. I guess, life takes us to different parts, of the world. I guess when we knew each other back then,
yeah,
we never know that you'd be all across the water, I'd be here, so that's life.
Here's the thing though, you don't look at it different. You look the same way. Like we probably both have a little more facial hair, but that's about it. I mean, you still manage to talk the truth. There are friends that we've had back then that look like they've aged, boy.
Yeah.
Now, I consider myself blessed. I can still color my beard and I got carded 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I got carded. I went somewhere and I ordered something and they carded me. I was so happy. I said, lady, let me take out my wallet and give you my driver's license. Yeah, I was happy to have been carded. It was great. Who do I have here? I have Patrice joining from the Bahamas. Bless up yourself, Patrice. Thanks for checking in early. And we have Luis. Luis is in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm not sure. Anywhere you are, Luis, bless up yourself. Say wait. Thanks for joining. So here, let's do this, Mark. I had another financial advisor on here before. And that was Shirley Higgins, and she shared a lot, and I understood a lot from what she had to say. Now, tell me about you being the financial advisor and how that actually work in the setting in Jamaica.
Well, as a financial advisor, I can say that it's a very, very fulfilling role. Because, and a very, very critical role. Because what I've realized in my experience over time is that enough financial information is not given to persons in school. Financial management, money management, business management, enough of that is, it was not taught to us enough. And so what you find, a lot of persons are suffering because of bad financial decisions. And as a financial advisor, your role is to sit down and first listen to what is happening to somebody, right? And then by listening and understanding and using your knowledge, you're able now to provide a solution to that whatever is causing that person's financial woes. It can be a financial woe, or it can just be that, hey, I want to invest and make more money. So it's not always a bad situation that faces you.
Right.
But at the end of the day, as a financial advisor, one of the greatest feeling is when you've given the person the advice and they come back and they say, wow, thank you. I feel so relieved. Or, wow, thank you. I'm really achieving the goals that I set out. I'm really making back the return. So
would you say majority of
really
people actually listen? I'm sorry. Would you say majority of the people actually listen and follow the advice, or are people more trying to get something for nothing?
No, they actually, most times when persons come to you for financial advice, they are pretty much serious. Persons who are not at that place, they are not, some of them don't know that they need the advice in some cases. But when persons get to you, they are pretty much serious. Either they need a solution to get them on a better financial path, or they are looking to increase their wealth or assets that they have. So generally, when they get to you, they're serious, so they listen.
Nice. All right. Now, what are some of the services that are offered? What are some of the I guess the categories that this advice falls into? And how do people access it? Does everybody have to, like, what is the easiest way to access it, and what are the categories of coverage, I guess, that are included in what is offered?
All right, so the company that I work with is the JTA Co-op Credit Union. So basically, most of the persons who I see are educators, right? So when they come in with a wide range of different issues. So some persons, they might need, let's say, a debt consolidation. So what that is basically is pooling all your debt with one financial institution, whether to reduce payment or for just ease of doing business, right? And so you find a person will come in for debt consolidation. Somebody will be seeking a solution to purchase a home, and they're not quite sure how to go about the financing. So you give them a step-by-step guide as to the different funding that they can access, where they can go to, etc., etc. So you provide that kind of information. There are persons who are fresh out of college and they're in their first job, and that's like a baby in your hand, and like you lick your lips, and you're like, because there's just so much potential there,
right?
Because fresh out of college and ready, resources are there, and you're able to guide them and channel them. So it's a wide range of different persons who come to you, and so your job is just to guide them in the path that they want to go.
Now, as far as, tell me about one of your success stories. Tell me about somebody that you actually, let's say, financially emancipated from where they were when you met them to where they are now.
All right, so I had this customer who when she came to me, literally she was going home with nothing on her salary. When I say nothing, I mean nothing on her salary. And she came in for debt consolidation. She was seeking, as a matter of fact, she didn't even know what she wanted. She just knew
He
that,
did help.
like, I can't continue like this anymore. Mr. Thomas, what can you do for me? And we sat down and I took her financial info. I looked at it, I looked at the possibilities. And basically, when we were done working everything out, and I showed her how we can consolidate, how we can put everything together here. And at the end of the day, that lady was going home with at least half of her salary.
Nice.
Now, listen, this lady, she had three sons, right, going to school. One was about to go into college. Now, she was really struggling. So, when I sorted out everything for her and she was going back home with at least half of her salary, she said, Mr. Thomas, I don't know how to thank you, because she didn't know where the next meal was coming from, that kind of thing. And that was so fulfilling because, to this day, that lady and I, we have a good, relationship, because guess what? All it needed was a second eye just to look at what's happening and to say, hey, do this, this, this. And trust me, that right now, that lady, she owns her own home. She's riding in style, right? And she's, her debts are under control. So, that really felt good for me. That really
No,
felt good.
I
She was
hear
on the
that.
brink.
She was on the, you rescued her. You saved her.
Yeah, she was on the brink, bro.
No, no, that is what financial emancipation look like. I want to big up Marie Campbell. Marie says she's in Jamaica. Luis is actually in California. We have Michael Williams on here. Sherman Higgins Clark is on here. That's Jamaica as well. Kadia Bocha in New York is here. Chanel Hamilton is on here. Ken Pitta is on here, and they're loving the financial emancipation, my friend. I'm loving it too. Financial emancipation is a blessing in real life. Now, you're also network marketing extraordinaire. I like that. I like the extraordinaire part. Now, tell me about what that is exactly and how it works.
So, network marketing, in simple layman's term, is all about leveraging, the people that are in your circle, the people that you're associated with, the people, your friends on social media, wherever, persons who like yourself from way back. So network marketing in layman's term is just basically leveraging a network of persons that right? From Wapikil Philip, as we would say, to persons you would have met recently. And also, it's about being an influencer as well. So basically, simply put, network marketing is leveraging the persons that in order to provide whatever service, whatever solution you're offering, to those persons. So that's pretty much what it is. And trust me, it has totally changed my life. It has caused me to move my retirement age up 10 years,
Nice.
right? If you notice that the picture that you actually have up of me, right? If you notice, I'd be a few pounds heavier. You
Yes.
can you can just look at the picture and
Right.
look at me now,
Right.
right? And actually, I maybe even look a bit, maybe 5 years. I might be pushing it a bit, but maybe 5, 10 years younger. Might be pushing it just a little bit, but
Right.
the whole, I'm in the health and wellness aspect of network marketing, and certainly it has changed my life health wise. It has changed my life financially, right? And guess what? It has allowed me also to help people, which is another side of providing a solution for persons. I'm a solution oriented person, and network marketing, it's like I was in a vehicle before that could probably go 100,
Stephanie,
right?
behave. Stephanie, behave. I'm telling Stephanie to behave.
Right.
Behave,
So
Stephanie.
like I was in a vehicle that could go 100 kilometers. Network marketing now has put me in a vehicle that can go 300 kilometers
Nice.
per
Nice.
hour. right, to accomplish the goals that I want to and help people along the way and also achieve my personal goals. So, bro, my life has been changed by network marketing.
I've seen the photos, like the ones you share in your story and so on, and some of the ones on your page, um, related to the network marketing. And I've seen a lot of photos of people that have significantly transformed their lives.
Yes, yes. Listen, like the company, the network marketing company that I'm with right now is Vida Divina.
Mhm.
And their slogan is lead with love. And listen, their products are amazing. Now, when you're marketing products and they work, half of your job is done. Now,
Mhm.
listen to me. The products that we're marketing at Vida Divina, they are helping persons with high blood pressure just by taking the herbs that are in. Our flagship product is the Tedavina product. Now, this product, just by taking it, persons are having reduced blood pressure, reduce cholesterol, right? Persons are getting pregnant. A lot of persons out there, they're suffering from PCOS. I didn't know there were so many women who want to get pregnant
And
and can't
can,
get
yes,
pregnant. If you check my page Vida Life, Vida Life JA, if you check that on Instagram, you'll see countless stories of women who have gotten pregnant on the tea, right? There are persons who are suffering from pain, period cramps, that kind of thing. This tea is just amazing. And guess what? It's also transforming persons' bodies as well. They're losing weight, right? And listen, trust me, it is just amazing. The products, we have supplements, we have coffee, everything for the health conscious person and those who want to be healthy. So Vida Divina is the vehicle, and we are driving it here in Jamaica. Right now, I'm a platinum affiliate.
yes, I
Right?
saw
Shout
that,
out to
sir.
all
I,
my
I saw that, sir. I hope there's a
yes,
card. I hope a platinum
yes.
card.
Last month, last month I became a platinum affiliate with Vida Divina. It's amazing. I'm just blessed by God to really, I've come upon this opportunity, and it's impacting Jamaica in a great way. There are many persons, my friend, who they were struggling, like they were professionals, but they were struggling. And by joining this company, what has happened? You have persons who are doing this part time who are now earning more than their full time salary
Wow, that's excellent.
just by doing this business,
Mhm.
right? They are now earning more than their full time salaries. You're talking about liberation? There are teachers in this business. There are other professionals who are now fully liberated, quit their jobs,
Wow.
and doing Vida Divina full time, right? That's how amazing this is. And the company is also a God based company. There's a scripture on every product. There's a scripture on every product. And the products are just amazing. They work, they're helping people.
Mhm.
Just, I don't want to be long, but listen, this lady walked into my office and listen, she had all the problems in the book. She was on insulin. She had high blood pressure. She had all the problems in the book. And I was just touched by, she just laid it on. I sat there and I had some Tedavina on me and I said, listen, I want you to take this tea and I want you to try it, right? I'm not charging you. That's how moved I was by her story. I
Right.
gave her the tea. And that lady came back to me in a week time and she literally took me up off my chair and hugged me and she said, Mr.
Really?
Thomas, like, are you seeing me? Like my belly is not tough anymore. I don't have to be taking my insulin. She was just amazed. And you know what she did? She bought a whole month from giving her one free tea. She bought a whole month supply
Right.
because of how amazing her transformation was.
That's excellent. That is excellent. And there's a certain feel good feeling that comes with helping people. Um,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
persons that don't help people can't know it, the feeling. You have to actually help somebody to get that feeling, but it's a priceless feeling. It is a
Trust me,
priceless
it
feeling.
is.
Let's see if I missed anybody here while we catch up. I think Stephanie is behaving now. Latoya Williams is with us as well. Chanel Kayan is here as well. Who else? The King Josh. Walk on the King Josh, your name, buddy. Trudy and Smith is here. Giselle, I hope I pronounced that right, Giselle. Thanks for joining. Party Zone Rental, that are my people in Kingston, are good. And what are they saying here? They want you to tell me more about this. So Mark, they wanted to tell them more about the Livida Vida Loca. So
The Venus story. Now
tell them some more about it.
listen. Now, as you'd have said before, I'm a financial advisor, right? And now listen.
Stephanie wants
Um,
to, I mean, Chanel wants to know how you came about it. And that was a question I had for you. How you came about it. How can persons get involved should they want to? How they get in contact with you and so on. So as you're telling us more about it, include those things for us, please, sir.
all right, great. So guess what? So it turns out that Chanel was the person who introduced me to this amazing company, right? Now, listen, upon being introduced to the company, actually, I was just posting, right, on behalf of Chanel, right? And just by posting, like I realized that there were so many persons reaching out to me for this product. I was like, what? There's so many persons who actually need this product? I was like, what? So I said, based on the amount of referrals I was giving her, I said, no, I have to get into this for myself. So, that's how I joined the business, right? And in joining the business, right, what I did, I first learned everything about the business. I was new to network marketing, was my first time network marketing. And I just learned the business as quick as possible. I stayed up late. Guys, listen, it's not a get rich quick scheme, right? You have to put in the work. I stayed up late at night, did what I had to do, learn the business. And when I launched out, right, Vida Divina was so powerful because, as I said, Martin, when you have products that work, half of your job is done. So when I began to give persons the product, persons started to buy from me. These persons eventually became my business partners. And we basically built an empire right now. Right now, I'm sitting on an empire, right? Because right now I have over 1,000 persons in my team in 1 year.
Nice.
Right? Over 1,000 persons in my team. And so Vida Divina, what it does, we sell Tedavina, which is our flag, the tea. We sell a full line of coffees, right? And we have one that we call the Tomcat Alley. That will put back the back.
Now,
that
let
will
me say something here, Mark. Let me say something here. She
yes.
wanted to know, she said she wants to lose weight, just her tummy, and the product for that. So as you're telling us the names of the product, tell us what they do, if you don't mind.
Right. All right. So I spoke about the Tedavina earlier. So let me just be quick about it. The Tedavina, it helps for a wide variety of stuff. It helps with menstrual pain. It helps with PCOS for women who are struggling with that. It helps you to get pregnant. We have several success stories on that. It also helps you as it relates to weight loss. It helps you with appetite control. Right. This is with the Tedavina that we're talking about. It also helps many persons who are suffering from pains, inflammation in their bodies. It also removes toxins from you. And you do know that we have worm from all those foods that we're eating. It cleanses your colon, right? So the worm, all of those things that built up in your body, it flushes you out and renews your body. Now, then we have like a full line of coffee. We have the Tomcat Alley. That is amazing. That puts back the fun in the bedroom.
Yay!
All through a coffee. Now, if you're struggling men, if you're struggling women, you take the Tomcat Alley coffee. If you're somebody who loves coffee, you take that. Also, to complement the Tomcat Alley, we have the Venus and we have the Mars. Now, listen, the Venus is for the women, the Mars is for the men. Now, let me tell you this, men, if you're going to get the Venus for your wife, you better get the Mars for yourself because it's going to be a war in the house. Because the Mars, what it does, it lengthens, it strengthens, it hardens, and it gives endurance. The Venus is the female version of the Mars. So the females now, what it does also gives energy, improves fertility, right? It also gives them a more intense feeling as it relates to that go-to moment. You know what I'm saying? So
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
yeah, so those capsules are like some of our best sellers, Martin. Like we don't have hand to sell those products here in Jamaica, right? And then now we also have our skincare products. We have something called a liquid gold, which is actually infused with gold, right? And this, you see how my skin is glowing, right? You see how I still
Glow,
looking
boy. You
young.
glow on them. Let them
Yeah.
glow.
You see, I'm looking young. Well, the liquid gold is what I use. So many persons just struggling with stretch mark. You have burns, you have spots in your face. The liquid gold, trust me, guys, you need to try this, and it also helps with your hair. It helps also with pains in your body. Also, we have what we call our lean shakes. Now, listen, guys, when you lose the weight with the Tedavina tea, the shake will help you to maintain. It's like a meal replacement, but it is amazing. We have cookie and cream, we have strawberry, vanilla, we have the works. Right? So those are some of the main products that we have. And trust me, guys, I'm telling you that the other aspect of it is that you can make some money from this business. Now, listen to this. My businesses were struggling, right? At car rental, right? In the heights of the pandemic, nobody was renting a car,
True.
right? Nobody that the cars were just parked there looking at me. I had my bills, everything, right? And at the end of the day, when I came upon Vida Divina, the first week I sold over $150,000 in products. First week in the business. And thereafter, I'm just talking about retail. Then now, as I blossomed in the business, Martin, I started to earn US dollars. So I started to earn from both sides of the business. So in Vida Divina, you earn, you earn 12 ways, but I'm going to tell you about 4 that will change your life very, very fast.
Tell me.
So when you sign up into the business, and for persons who want to sign up in the business, I'll type my number in the description and you can contact me afterward for more info. But when you sign up into the business, you earn 4 ways. You earn from a retail profit because the company, as an affiliate, the company gives you the products at a reasonable price so you can make good profit. The next way is from website sales. So when you sign up into the company furnishes you with a personal website. From that website, every sale that is made on that website, you're earning US dollars. So every morning I get up, I check, boom, persons are hitting up my website, purchasing products, and I'm just making US dollars. Just like that. After that, no, you also earn, when you sign persons up in the business, we call it the check match bonus. It's a 50-50 plan, the check match. So when I sign you up in the business, Martin, trust me, you become a great network marketer and you're earning 5,000 US dollars a month. Guess what? Because I signed you into the business, I am getting $2,500 from what you earn. You still get your 5,000, but Vida Divina pays me $2,500 because I signed you in the business, and I'm still earning my 5,000. Right? That's amazing. Also, you earn from what we call the binary. So when you sign persons in the business and you're purchasing, the company pays you up to 25%, and we're talking about US dollars here, right? So that's a quick synopsis of both sides, the products, and how you can make money from the company. Guys, check out Vida Life JA. Hit me up, right, on Instagram, right? I'm sure Martin will allow you to get my number so you can call me. This is an amazing opportunity, guys.
If you can find him directly, I will help you to find him. Now, there's one question that popped up here that I want us to actually look at. And it said, there are many persons who are encouraging me to join this or that new business opportunity each day. As a financial advisor, what are the look fors that you would recommend for persons to separate schemes from genuine business opportunities?
I really like that question. Really, really like that question. And guess what? The bottom line is this. If you are thinking about network marketing, one of the key things that you look for is to separate companies that are people signing intensive. When I say people signing, it's strictly based on recruiting, right? So if the recruiting stops, everything stops, right? So you have to watch out for that. Also, you have to watch out for companies who you have to pay fees every month. Now, with Vida Divina, once you, as a matter of fact, there's no sign-up fee. What you do, you purchase your business package. The business package that you purchase you get them equivalent products for that sign up package, plus a website that with a virtual back office that you can manage your business. There's no monthly fees that you have to pay, because one of the things that I realized that in looking for a network marketing company is the value that you're getting and the compensation plan. Now, I can't get too deep in the technicalities, but every network marketing company has a compensation plan, right? And you have to look at what they're offering for what you are doing, right? And if you're going to be paying out more money, right, than what you're actually retrieving, or when you actually put in and reach certain ranks, like how I reach a platinum, I get certain benefits when I reach a platinum. You look at what benefits they are offering. And point blank, I can say to you all, or that lady who asked the question, just research their compensation plan. Make sure that it is not people signing intensive and nothing else. With Vida Divina, guess what, Martin? I can make money off the products, just selling the products, because they're so good. If I don't sign anybody into the business, I can make money off the products. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So you actually get something physical to do your business. It's actually a business, not a networking company,
Like a pyramid
where
scheme, you have
there's nothing physical
in order for it to work.
in order for it to work. Also, one of the things you look at as well, you research the company. You have to look at whether the company is stable. Now, when I look at Vida Divina is in several countries. They actually have offices in several countries. You're talking about the United States. They are in El Salvador. They are in the Dominican Republic. They are in over 50 countries, right? So you look at that. They have their own manufacturing house. Stuff like that. You look at the stability of the company.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And you research their founders, etc. Those kind of things. But what I can say to you, if you're looking for something to liberate you in terms of financially, Martin, you don't want something that you're going to have to be spending money every month. You want something that is going to generate money for you. So in layman's term, listen, if you are looking for an opportunity and that opportunity in the beginning is going to take more from you than what it is actually giving you, just forget it. Vida Divina gives you the products. You now have to go manage your business, build your business, and grow. Simple. No monthly fees, no authorship, no obligations. You just make that money and Vida Divina pays you.
I just want to say that if folks knew you when I knew you when you were a little quiet guy that didn't say much, if they knew you back then, they'd be so proud of you now.
Yeah. Like I was really quiet. Like you have to get me in a setting like this.
No,
you have to get me in a setting like this.
I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Hearing you speak so passionately about this, hearing you speak so eloquently about this means that it is something that actually you're excited about. It's something that is real for you. It's something that has life for you, and it is good. Just to hear you, just to see you come alive when the question is asked, and you're like, "Oh my God, I get an opportunity to talk about this real life thing for me to somebody else." It's brilliant to watch, and I like it. I like it. Now, wait, before I even move on, did we miss anything? Is there anything else about being a financial advisor or the network marketing aspect that you want to mention before I even ask my next question?
All right. So yeah, let me say this, that there are many schemes out there in terms of the question the person asked. Mm-hmm. There are many schemes out there. There are many things that are coming at you in terms of how can I get into making some money. And the bottom line is this: right now, the best advice I can give persons is that a single income stream is like trouble waiting to happen, right? You cannot have, in this day and age, you cannot have a single income stream. Multiple income stream is the future. Network marketing, online businesses are the future. So if you're looking for additional income or multiple income stream, if you're not looking at online businesses, if you're not looking at creating services that are niche services, then I would advise you to think twice about investing your money. So if you're going to invest your money in a business, don't go open up a clothing store and get a physical space. Get an online store. So businesses are moving online, technologically driven, right? Websites, Instagram, right? So if you're looking to get into a business, get into a network marketing business, get into an online business that you can put your business on an online platform. Outside of that, right now, you're heading for trouble with overhead expenses.
True.
Right. So if you're looking, and as I said, multiple income stream, guys, multiple income stream, and try and try and try. If you fail, try again.
Amen to that. Now, the motto that you live by, heights of great men reach and kept was not a thing by sudden flight. Now, it's so funny. I had adopted this motto when I was in college because I'm a night studier. So every time I was up, I used to go to bed before 10 or at 10 and wake up at 2. And between 2 and 6 in the morning, I'd study. And every time I'm up studying, I'd have it in my head. Heights of great men reach and kept was not attained by sudden flight. Their companions slept. And the fact that everybody was sleeping and I was studying, it just gave me the drive to keep studying because this is what's going to work. Everybody's sleeping, you're studying, this will work for you. That's what it was for me at the time. What does it mean for you? How has it helped you?
You know, how that motto has really helped me is that it has really allowed me to differentiate myself from everybody else, right? Because most times persons, they think about work per se and working harder per se, right? But it's not totally about working harder than everybody else. It's about working smarter. It's about, all of us have a bachelor's degree, right? What separates me from you, right? What do I have to offer, right? That everybody else does not have to offer. So the heights of great men reach and kept were not attained by sudden flight. It's strategic. Right? So it's not something that's sudden that you just, it's something that you sit down and you strategize. So being up late at night doesn't necessarily mean that you're working. Mm-hmm. Being up late at night, physical work or typing on your computer, but being up late at night is about thinking, it's about strategizing. How can I be better at this? How can I achieve this, right, in 2 days as opposed to 10 days? Right. So the heights of great men reach and kept not being attained by sudden flight. For me, it's about differentiation. It's about what makes you different from everybody else. And it's about being strategic, right? You know, back in Sunday school, they taught us about the 5 wise virgins and the 5 foolish virgins.
They did.
Right? So they went and they bought oil, right? So that, you know, when the time was ready, right, they were ready. Mm-hmm. So it's a similar thing with being this motto. It's also, for me, it's also about being ready, right, for any opportunity that comes your way. So many persons, they are sleeping, right, but it's not a physical sleep, but they are sleeping mentally. Okay. A lot of persons know the slang that you need to stay woke, right? Well, you need to stay woke, right? So, you know, for a lot of persons, they are sleeping. It's not a physical sleep, it's a mental sleep. You know, and many persons need to wake up and understand what's happening around them.
No, I agree. And about as far as being awake, I don't want to use the term woke yet. I'm not that fancy yet. But as far as being awake is concerned, I don't think some people actually realize that they're asleep. You understand? And it's like they keep asking the questions. You know, it's kind of like the lady that you mentioned that came to you and said, I need help. I'm somehow not taking home any of my paycheck. What can I do differently? There are persons out there and their life situation mirrors that. It's similar to that. They are drowning essentially. And it's almost like they don't even know what question to ask to even start turning the tide. much less. You know what I mean? They're asleep. But Mark, this was good stuff. I appreciate you. You came out swinging today. I like that. 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 I like it a lot. All right, now, Mark, before we move on to the second part of the show, where we involve some poetry, I'm gonna give you the opportunity again to say anything else that you think you want to throw out there. If you're ready to move, I'm
No,
ready to move. If you're not,
no. Listen, guys. Let me say something to some of the persons who are listening, and I guess it's about the whole thing of being, awake and us as individuals. Now, guys, listen. What you're seeing now, what you're seeing here, and this month is my 40th birthday, right? This month, the 21st, is my 40th birthday. And, one of the things that I've learned is that you have to pay your dues. Now, listen, I've tried many businesses and failed. I've tried restaurants. I've tried the taxi business. They mash up my car. The restaurant would suck me dry, right? Because I can't cook. So when you have to depend on other persons, that
yeah.
like, listen, that thing sucked me dry. I tried several businesses before Vida Divina, right? And Vida Divina gave me the success that I was looking for. But it was after several failures that I learned from. But what I want to tell somebody is that the key thing is to get up again and try. So there are many persons who, because of failure, they don't want to try again. They don't want to, they're just out of it. But I just want to say to anybody out there who's sitting down, don't stop trying. If that business that you tried before failed, whatever it is, if that opportunity, if you went after that bachelor's degree and it didn't happen, listen, get up and try again. There's not one way to success. Success has many, many, many routes, right? And so I just want to tell everybody out there, what you're seeing here now, I've paid my dues. I've paid my dues. And sometimes you have to pay your dues, right? You have to work hard. And guess what? One of the most important things, you have to align yourself and your mind with people who are going where you are going.
Amen to that.
If you want to be a millionaire, you cannot associate with persons who are a $100,000 mentality, right? And I've learned that. Recently, I sat down with my diamond leader, Albert Jecky. This man is pulling in, serious dough. And I said to him, listen, just being in your present right now and the energy, your energy, right, is just as, infiltrated my space. And guess what? Sky is the limit now. So I see somebody saying point time, enough of me. Let's get to the points.
No, Mark, you see, I am sure that behave. I'm gonna tell you what I told that young lady earlier. Behave. No, well, you see, because when I hear good stuff, I just want to make sure you get it all out. I'll make sure you get it all out because I hear good stuff and I'm hearing things that people can benefit from hearing. I want it to be so.
Because listen, it's something that, all right, let me share a secret with you. Like before I had success, persons would see me and they say, hey, what's up? Well, I'm broke, I have no money, all the problems. And one day I got an epiphany, right? And let me tell you this, like I'm a man of God, right? And I've been grounded in the faith. And I sat down and I got an epiphany and I'm saying, what are these things that I'm speaking out of my mouth? And I tell you, Martin, that listen, ever since that day, every time somebody asks me, how are you? I said, I'm blessed and I'm highly favored.
Yeah.
I said, I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. It didn't change the same day. I was still having my financial woes. I was still in debt, right? It didn't change the same day. So I don't want persons to think that, oh, you just start doing it tomorrow and poof, everything just changes.
Yep.
But guess what? Over time, the things that I've begun to speak over my life, I've seen them now being manifested. So I just want to tell persons that the energy that you have around you, the energy that the force field that you put around yourself, forget persons. I'm talking about you personally. The things that you speak out of your mouth, those are the things that define you. And you hear this, it's cliche,
Right.
but I'm telling you that I've lived it. And so now what I realize is that that change in mentality over time has caused me to have success. So you can't get me to say, as a matter of fact, when I hear negativity now, I'm running.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm gone. Like I can't even stay around negative talk
Mm-hmm.
because those things define you, Martin. And I'm telling you, there are many persons right now, they keep saying, I'm salt, I'm this, I'm that, nothing is going my way. If you say it, that is what is going to happen. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not preaching now, but I'm just telling you that if that if that is what you're saying, then that is what is going to happen. If I'm going to fail, if you say I'm going to fail, and
But
when you fail,
I agree. Here's the way I see it, and I appreciate you so much saying everything you've said. Especially when it comes to people that are of the faith. It's either you believe or you don't. It's either you
yes,
actually believe the thing works or you don't. So if you actually believe the things you read, if you actually believe the promises the Bible give to people, to Christians, to believers, it's either you believe it or you don't. And if it works, it works. So me, I don't need no whole week of this or no whole week of that or every day of this or every day of that. If the thing works, it works. If you believe it works, it works. The premise from which you stand, the premise upon which you stand is that it works.
yes,
So if you, let me tell you, all right, mind you, I'm not going to draw a Bible reference, I'm going to draw a Bob Marley reference, but my favorite Bob Marley is a song says, so just say, not one of my seed shall sit on the sidewalk and beg bread, right? And I love that song to my heart. Every time I hear it, I believe it because so just say, not one of my seed. And every time I hear it, I sing it because who me, one of mine, you're mad.
yeah,
And if you
yeah,
see
man.
one of mine out there begging bread, I call them want beg bread. You
That's
understand?
true, bro.
And it's not gonna be any other way because guess what? If it's either you believe it or you don't, it's either you think it works or it doesn't. If you are a believer, believe, why don't you?
Yeah, yeah. That's it. If you're a believer, believe. You understand? Because and the thing is that many persons, because they've heard things so much over time, they think, oh no, it's just a cliche, right? But at the end of the day, the scriptures, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. If you think that you are poor, you are poor. If you think that you are rich, you are rich, right? And many persons don't understand. And I don't want to get too deep, but many persons don't understand, Martin, that listen, to think that you are rich does not mean that you have it now. Because things don't necessarily manifest in the physical immediately, right? But it takes time and materialize in the future, right? So some persons say, "Oh, you're just talking mumbo jumbo because you are there now and you're having success now," and they just feel like that's why I wanted to make the point earlier that listen, I've paid my dues. I've had my fair share of failures.
Mm-hmm.
I've had my fair share of being in debt, right? Of can't living day by day. You understand what I'm saying? Going to the supermarket to buy whatever you need to cook. You know what I'm saying? And to being at the point where the debt collectors are calling my phone and I'm
Oh,
nervous. You
pretty.
understand what I'm saying? So like, persons need to, but guess what? As I said, my mentality was always that I'm seeing myself in a better place. So even though the present was not so good at that time, I
Right.
always saw myself here. Now that I'm here, I still have some visions of myself to still, accomplish. And I'm gonna get there. That's how I see it.
Of course.
And the more success you have, I saw somebody type the law of attraction. If you've never read about that, you need to go and read up on the law of attraction. The more success you have, is the more you will get. Right now, if you have $200,000 in your bank book, Martin, right now, that $200,000 will attract another $200,000.
True that.
That's a law of attraction. If you have $600,000, right, it will attract another $600,000. So what person when you're going down in a spiral and negativity is there in your life, it's like it attracts more. And every day is something else.
Mm-hmm.
But like when there's positivity on the converse and you feed yourself with positive things, the positive begins to attract more positivity. Success attracts success. And you just keep growing and become more confident in your belief and your mindset. Everything is about mindset.
Mark, I'm so proud of you. I could cry. I could have a moment. I'm going to find out. I don't want my makeup on. I don't want my makeup right. All right, but that was great. That was great. That was excellent. I enjoyed every second of it. I hope the viewers are enjoying it. If you joined late and if I didn't big you up, people like Giselle, I remember if I big you up, Glam Rush Bodies. What you mean? That's a good name, that Glam Rush Body, the King Josh.
Glam Rush.
You know what I mean? We don't know who the people are, but hey, if it works, right? But yeah, thanks everybody that are on here. If you joined late, welcome to the Evening People Show. My guest Mark Thomas is definitely mixing it up, doing it big time, and we're having some fun. Now we're at the point of the show, like you know, this is the Evening People Show, and on the Evening People Show, we review some poetry. We always do, because that's just what we do. Now the poetry review is from my book that you see back there. It's called Love, Life, Confrontation, Expressions, Selections from the Chronicles of a Black Man. My good friend Mark, he has the book. He went through the book. He chose a poem, and he's going to read that poem for us today. So Mark, what are you going to read for us today, my good sir?
All right. So I'm going to be reading the poem called Toxic Effects. Right. Very, very powerful and intense poem. And I trust you guys will enjoy it.
All right.
Do I go ahead, sir?
Well, Toxic Effects, let me give them where the scripture reading come from, Mark. If you
Okay,
have
sure.
the book, if you have the book at home, turn to page 72. Toxic Effects is on page 72. All right, my good sir, it's all over to you when you're ready. Go for it.
Right. Toxic effects. The very thought of her disturbs me. Its source is not her beauty. It's the look she had in her eyes. Couldn't say no. Had to comply to his wishes and his ways. Now he haunts her every day. His intoxicating ambience, its fatal effects on her balance. How could one moment bear such weight? Wrapped in the knowledge of being too late, irreversibly apart by choices made, looking back at the hand overplayed. Wishing to relive that which once was, taking chances just because, breaking the rules and crossing the lines, gazing back at the boundaries left behind. The residual effects of her potency could ambush you at any moment. The cravings or contact insights leaves you feeling lonely through the night. How did she infiltrate my defenses? How did I get caught up in this madness? Like a vampire needing to feed, being underwater needing to breathe, being out of time with nowhere to run, fixated on one moment in the sun, the one whom none of the norms apply to, tall, dark, and handsome, but not your guy. Selections from the Chronicles of a Black Man, Book 4, Expressions.
Mark,
First of the 29,
you
2015.
nailed that to the cross, boy. Mark, if I tell you, before the show ended, me literally have to go cry. I'm having a good time, Mark. You are making this an excellent show.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Somebody, Latoya said we can't call you shy guy no more. No, we cannot. How dare you call him a shy guy? What Cliché said? Where they what? Where they reside there? Me don't know if you tell him is. Okay, answer that. Yes, he is. Yes, he's an evolved Mark. So let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the evolved Mark Thomas. If you hadn't met him before, here he is now. Welcome to the Even People Show. Now, Mark, that poem is I'm surprised you went for that one, but it is a good one. Now, there seems to be some interchanging in the perspective from which the poem is written, from stanza 1 and 2. So I'm going to reread stanzas 1 and 2 real quick. People pay attention. I don't want you to miss it. And I want to see, I want you to address the interchanging that seems to be taking place in the perspective from which the poem is written. Like, who exactly is the narrator here? So stanza 1 says, the very thought of her disturbs me. Its source is not her beauty. It's the look she gets in her eyes. Couldn't say no, had to comply to his wishes and his ways. Now he haunts her every day. His intoxicating ambience, its fatal effects on her balance. Now, who is or who are the narrators of the poem exactly?
From my perspective, the narrator or narrators of the poem is from both perspectives, both the male and the female perspective. But if there is such a term, the male is, would you say, is dominant as it relates to the narrator. But there is two perspectives coming through, one from the male perspective and one from the female's perspective. So I'd say it's narrated, it's both persons.
Okay, so we have two narrators, a male and a female. All right. Now, so stanzas 1 and 2, they seem to be on opposite sides of the same coin, right? Let me see if I got 2 here. Yeah, I read 2. All right, so 1 and 2, they seem to be on the opposite sides of the same coin. What would be that coin that they're on opposite sides of? What are both people experiencing?
All right, so when I that's a very interesting question, because here it's all about two persons colliding, right? And basically both persons are reminiscing, right, on a very powerful encounter. And let me say this, when I saw it, I realized that these two persons, they would have met and their souls collided.
Wow.
And so they were busy reminiscing and thinking about that interaction that they had. So stanza 1 and 2 basically is from the male's perspective and the female's perspective. So so yeah, so they are basically reminiscing about a very, very powerful encounter that they had.
Good joke. Woo! Mark trying to say making salty. Good joke. Woo! Okay, we having fun now. Mark, you are exceeding all expectations. Can I tell you? All expectations, my friend. Me was on t-shirt. Me was on no. All right, we're gonna look at stanzas 3 and 4 next. I'm gonna reread 3 and 4 as I gather myself. And then we go from there. Now, 3 says, "How could one moment bear such weight, wrapped up in the knowledge of being too late? Irreversibly apart by choices made, looking back at the hand overplayed, wishing you relived that which once was, taking chances just because, breaking the rules and crossing lines, gazing at the boundaries left behind." Now, 3rd and 4th stanza kind of gives us insight into the background of the people and into the background of what they have going on. What can we deduce from them, from their story, from stanzas 3 and 4?
there's a number of things coming out here,
Mm-hmm.
and as we know, when you review poems, different, there are different perspectives. But even reading it a while ago, I'm wondering if these persons, they had some form of past, in terms of they knew each other from maybe earlier on in their lifetime,
Mm-hmm.
and just by the choices made, they are probably now reminiscing and thinking that you know these decisions that I made, could I have, did we blow the opportunity, or did I blow, was it a missed opportunity? Is this, when it says that they're irreversibly apart by choices made, right? That tells me that they would have at some point in time known each other probably, and but the decisions that they made to go on separate paths now have them torn based on the experience that they now would have had in stanza 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
So they are now fighting, within their subconscious, and basically looking at crying over spilled milk, like
Okay.
the what ifs, the several
Mm-hmm.
what ifs that are out there. So they are asking themselves, the question, and one of in the stanza that speaks to wishing to relive that which once was, taking chances just because, if that person seems that they want to bring back, go back to their youth, that carefree, go for it, go for the jugular kind of thing. So this person seems at this point in time that they wish that they could go back a few years
Mm-hmm.
and take the chances that probably would have been missed. So they're really having a tug and war here
Yeah.
based on the what happened in stanza 1 and 2.
Brilliant. Now, I'm going to throw something at you here, something random at you. The first line of stanza 3 says, "How could one moment bear such weight?" How could one moment bear such weight? And let me ask you this first. What comes to mind when you think about just that line by itself? How could one moment bear such weight? What comes to mind?
When I read it, I thought, this is deep.
Well, Mark, you know what?
This-
Not even in context of the poem necessarily. Not even, well, yes, you can answer from that perspective, but not even necessarily that perspective alone. Just think about that line. It says, "How can one moment? How could one moment bear such weight?" What are we talking about when you talk about one moment bearing such weight? What is that about? Is that a thing? How does that work?
um, I had a football coach. Well, you would know him, Mr. Willie
Yeah, Tippy.
Tippy.
Mhm.
And he would always do this. And he would say, opportunity comes with wings.
Right.
And if you don't catch it, it will
It's
fly,
flying
fly,
away.
fly.
Yep.
He always said that. And I've never forgotten it. And in life, life is about moments and what you do in a particular moment. Have you ever had a moment and you wish that you could just get back that moment just to act differently, just to make a different decision? If you could just get back that moment.
Hmm.
And so when I read it and I thought about one how could one moment bear such weight? And it just brought into me, even bringing it back to the point, that there are certain persons that come into your life. I study, this is unofficially, but I've studied people all my life and behavior. And one of the things I realize about this moment and about people come into your life, and some people will come and will never have, they're gone and you never have a second thought. But then there are some persons who come into your life, right, in a particular moment, and you're saying, I wonder if I knew this person in some other life. Because this person not only impacts you physically or impacts your space, they impact your soul, right? And you connect in such a way that that moment is priced. There are some persons who you connect with, you can never disconnect from for life, whether it is friendship over time, whether it is relationship. There is just a connection because you can be in a relation, or you can have friends that, okay, yeah, this is my friend and I've known them for a long time, etc.
Yeah.
But then there are persons who connects like an old soul.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing some studies on this, and believe you me, guys, don't quote me on this. Is just my thinking. Like sometimes I literally believe that in certain moments where you meet some person or you come across some persons, that it was destiny. And
Yes.
so back to really what you asked me about, a moment. Moments are what define our life. So in the moment that you made the choice to go to Manchester High, for example, the time when I picked the opportunity to go to Manchester High School as opposed to Bel Air High School, that moment in time defined my life in terms of the people that I would meet, right? Because I'm here now sitting on this show to a guy who I looked up to in high school. Right now, I'm now sitting on your show simply because I made a decision to go to a particular school. So that is what moments are all about. The decision that you make in a particular moment
Mm-hmm.
defines your life for the next minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Mark, oh my gosh, you're doing yourself in epic proportions. All right, I'm having fun, I'm having fun. Let's move on here. Um, Now, what led you, or what made you choose this poem out of every other poem in the book?
As I said, it goes back a little bit to what I said earlier. When I saw toxic effects, I thought about people first, and how different situations, toxic situation can affect persons. Like as I said, I'm really interested in the behavioral science
Mm-hmm.
and how people behave when certain things happen, when they are put into certain situations. I like watch people. I like sit in a room and I'll watch everybody, and I will be able to sum up that person. Like I like watching people.
No,
Like I
I
like
concur.
watching behavior.
Me too.
So when I saw toxic effects, I was like, this is really interesting. Because I'm sure this had something to do with people
Right.
and
Now,
the
did it
effects
turn
on
out with
them.
the topic versus the content? Did
Yeah.
the content actually turn out to be what you thought it was going to be?
Um. When I read it, it was a bit deeper, to be honest with you, than I thought it would have been,
Right.
right? But the author really, really did. The author really, no, I'm being serious now. The author really did. You did a really excellent job on this because it took me through some turns and twists that I wasn't expecting. So I would say no, it wasn't really what I was expecting from the
The
topic,
title. Mhm.
but it was a pleasant surprise as to where it went, how you went about it.
Okay.
That was
All right.
really
Well, I'm
spot
going to
on.
give you the opportunity to give your own topic of sorts to something, because I'm going to look at stanza 5, and what I want you to do with stanza 5 for me is give me a word or a phrase that you think captures stanza 5 and why. Stanza 5 says, the residual effect of her potency. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 5. The residual effect of her potency could ambush you at any moment. The craving her contact incites leave you feeling lonely through the night. One word or a phrase that captures that stanza.
Adrenaline rush.
Adrenaline rush. I like it. I like it.
Adrenaline rush.
I like it. Now, why adrenaline rush though?
Because this person seems like they're coming down off a high, right? And they're now realizing that, I'm back to ground zero, ground level. And now, based off the potency of that experience, the impact that that person had on them, gave them such a high, gave them such an adrenaline rush, probably, brought them alive, you know, deep down inside, that now, they are now back to ground zero, and they're now feeling lonely, feeling like, I need that adrenaline, I need back that feeling, that moment. I want it back right now.
I feel that.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Infatuation works too, my good man. All right.
Yeah,
Nice.
I saw that.
Yes,
Yes, Clifford.
infatuation is a good one too. Now,
Yes.
all right. So let's move on up now. We're looking at stanza 6, and what I want from stanza 6 is the narrator in stanza 6 seems to be experiencing somewhat of a bittersweet moment, and I want you to tell me what they're struggling with and why you think this is what they're struggling with. And stanza 6 says, how did she infiltrate my defenses? How did I get caught up in this madness? Like a vampire needing to feed, being underwater needing to breathe. I'm going to read it 2 times actually. How did she infiltrate my defenses? How did I get caught up in this madness? Like a vampire needing to feed, being underwater needing to breathe. It's kind of bittersweet. Like what is the narrator struggling with here in this scenario?
I think it's a bit of coming to the realization that this is probably a one-off moment, right? This is probably something that I won't experience again, but I'll be always wanting. So how did this person infiltrate my defenses? How did I lose my balance, so to speak? How did I get caught up in this madness? How did this happen? So it's more an introspective look, of whatever transpired, whatever transpired. How did this happen? How am I now feeling, this way? So it's a bittersweet moment in the fact that this person, on one hand, is wondering how did this happen, and on the other hand, the craving and the need to experience it again. So it's the bittersweet, and also they're struggling also with the reality that this encounter, or they might never experience this again, with this person, or they might never relive this moment. So I think they're coming to 3 realizations there, and also, thinking to themselves, how did I get caught up in this mess? So that they're struggling with all of those things. And I think also they're struggling also with the whole issue of them wanting back that moment so much. It's like, what the hell is happening? What's happening to me here? I don't understand. Normally I'm unfazed. Normally I go through unscathed, but like, what's happening here? What's the difference, in this moment, in this situation? What's different about this person? Right. So they are also struggling with that.
Yes.
So
they are.
All of that is going on there, madness.
Underwater needing to breathe, boy. I tell you.
That, for one moment, as it was described, to really have you drowning, one can't breathe, can't, it is, for the person can't bring their mind to even understand or comprehend. How did I get here so fast?
Yes. How did I get here at all? How did I get here at all?
How did I get there?
You're right, Mark. You're absolutely right. How could one moment bear such weight to the point where I feel like a vampire needing to feed, to the point where I feel like I'm underwater needing to breathe?
Yeah, how can one moment get you to that place?
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. It's and this is what I was saying earlier, Martin, is that there are persons who you come in contact with,
Mm-hmm.
and as I said, there is something predetermined about it, that it has such an impact on you that you are saying that this connection, whatever connection it is, whatever synergy it is, this is something that was meant to be.
Yes.
And so when you are to separate from it, it brings about a certain level of conflict. And so, that's what this person is going through.
All right, all right, all right. I like it, mate. I like it. Now, the last stanza, and I know people read the last stanza already, right? I know, right? Anywho, the last stanza of the poem kind of gives us a key piece of information that helps us better understand the dynamic between the people in the poem, right? Now, with the title of the poem being Toxic Effects in mind, what does the last stanza and what it reveals help us understand about the toxic effect concept? Now, I'm going to read the last stanza for the viewers. It says, being out of time with nowhere to run, fixated on one moment in the sun, the one to whom none of the rules apply, tall, dark, and handsome, but not your guy. And I'm going to read that twice too for good measure. It says, being out of time with nowhere to run, fixated on one moment in the sun, the one to whom none of the rules apply, tall, dark, and handsome, but not your guy. The question, my good sir, is what insight does this give us as to everything else that preceded it as it relates to the whole concept of toxic effects?
Um, you know, I well, when I this I must say this last part here is a bit of genius. This last part here, this last stanza is a bit of genius because it had me thinking, right? Because like I was, there thinking like, whose perspective is this? Like,
Right?
it's really genius because how it's structured. Like, I was really, wondering whose perspective. But wrong or right, I am, of the opinion that it's from the female's perspective. And why I said that is, well, probably the tall, dark, and handsome, not your guy, kind of thing. But that's not necessarily sexist, right? It could be from a different perspective. But when I looked at it and being out of time with nowhere to run, fixated on one moment in the sun, right? Certain things can intoxicate you, and you have to be careful what and who you open yourself up to, right? Because one moment in the sun, as it says, that can basically define the rest of your life. One moment in the sun, one moment can define the rest of your life. You'll never be the same whether it is good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
And so this last stanza here, as I said, it's genius. I'm still trying to figure it out, bro. You got me stumped on this one. But I live and die by it. That this is from the perspective of the female, and I think this is her, coming to the realization as well as to the fact that it was one moment in the sun, was one good moment, and that's it. Done and dusted.
Well, let's do
Good
this. All
memory.
right, do this. Let's do this. The concept of the moment reoccurs a couple of times in the book or in that poem. Let's do this. Do you think the ideas explored in this poem, this toxic effects poem, do you think the ideas explored in here have real life applications, and what are they if it does?
Yeah, definitely. Like as I said, this is one of the reasons why I chose it. It's full of real life experience, right? And it goes back. Let me see if I can summarize it this way. It goes back to the pivotal point which we came, where we spoke about how could one moment, right, bear such weight. And that is a very, very significant point, in this point. And when you look at the experiences of both persons, you realize how life is as it relates to how topsy-turvy it can be as it relates to how you interact with persons, your perspective as a person, how you think, so it has real life applications for persons who, there are some persons who they want to just relive their youth. They want to recapture their youth. And, many persons in life, they struggle, with this. Especially as you get older, like myself, sometimes you wish you could get 10 years back. And at one point in this poem, I see this person struggling with this. And we all struggle with that, right? Then, I see another life, life reality coming through, where in which, we have certain moments, that we wish we could have done differently, right? And many a times, I have many regrets in my life that, I wish I could do differently. I wish I could make different decisions. Also, in life, guys, you're gonna come across, that one person who just messes you up wicked. Like, let's be honest.
Yikes! That one
Let's be
person
honest.
have your ticket. That one person.
That, listen, in life, everybody has that one person who that person just
No, Mark,
messes you up.
so I want to make a confession here. You nailed this poem so good, like it is unbelievable how well you nailed this poem, because it's like this was actually the concept in my mind when I wrote this poem. It is the concept that actually has that one person. I think I covered this myself way back when I was calling my show Poetry Reading Wednesday. And I was just talking about the fact that everyone has that person out there. Everyone has that person that, the way I put it is that you don't trust yourself around that person. You don't trust yourself around them. Anytime you see them, you would prefer to see them in a crowd. You would prefer to see them outdoors where there are other people around, because you don't trust yourself around them in private. It's almost like it says, the person has infiltrated your defenses. They have infiltrated your defenses. You have a big solid wall up for everybody else, and this person somehow has infiltrated it. And you don't trust yourself around them because they have infiltrated it once. You don't want to put yourself in a situation for them to infiltrate it again.
Yes.
You just don't trust yourself around them. And the toxic effects concept is really about that. It's about just naturally. It talks about one moment,
One moment.
It talks about one moment, Mark. It talks about a moment that you experienced with someone, and this moment tied you to them. Like you said yourself, it connected your soul to each other. It's almost like the concept of love at first sight. And if you believe in the concept of love at first sight, that is what that was. You connected with someone at the molecular level.
Yes, it's not a natural thing.
In an instant, to the point where you don't trust yourself around them, simply because if you're around them, they've already broken down. They've already broken through your defenses. If you're around them after that, it's done. You mash up after that.
That's so true, bro. That's so true.
No, yes, for real. Who is the one person for you? Mark, I must see the marks. I can't me.
I think that question is for you, bro.
No, I'm pretty sure it's for you.
No, I think that question is for you.
No.
I definitely think that question is for you.
I am pretty confident that you, being the person who is covering, you're my special guest, your expertise is what these people are tuning in to hear. I'm pretty sure that's a question for you. Oh boy, mind me get Mark into trouble. Okay, Kian, I hear you, my dear. I'm gonna move on. Now, you see, that's because the question was for you. Mhm. Over here, so all right, I want to tell you, perfect body collection over here did warm up a bit significantly in the last couple of minutes. I just want to put that out there. I think we're having a heat wave here.
Is Tomcat hot? Is Tomcat Ali hot?
Tomcat Ali hot. I like it. Let me see what the Lord is saying here. A house you finished building. Does this feel a lifetime about your partner falling in love? As no one time could take 5 seconds or 20 years. And the man is right. It's like we said, that instance took a couple of years. Mark, let me see. Shh. And then dry out, Mark.
All right.
Then dry
Can't have me back,
out.
Can't have me back.
Okay, Mark, here it is. Here it is. Here's my confirmation, sir. My confirmation is answer the question, Mark. Are you the one talk to?
Listen, perfect body collection.
Sure, I want to talk about a no, miss. I'm the host. I don't answer anything I don't want to answer. You hear? You get too much trouble. Yeah. But Mark, I appreciate you addressing the concept the way you have. For you folks who are out there, everybody that joined today, thank you for joining, by the way. But yeah, Mark took on toxic effects. It's one of the very last poems in the book, actually. Like I said, the book is behind me. There. Love Life. If you're in Jamaica, it's in Fontana Pharmacies. Worldwide, it's on Amazon. Bunch of poetry, bunch of nice things, bunch of nice vibes. But my guest tonight is Mark. He is Mark the man, Mark the financial advisor, Mark the network marketing extraordinaire, Mark the businessman. And Mark, who apparently has evolved several levels since I saw him last. Now, Mark, before I let you go, my good sir, anything else you want to share with the viewers before we wrap this up?
Definitely. Let me say this, like, for those persons, you're looking for the better way, financially, a way to help yourself up financially and also to help other persons. I'm just inviting you to reach out to me for a Zoom link. We're having an opportunity call tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Jamaica time. It's a business Vida Divina business opportunity call. So you can reach out to me at 876-833-2811. That's my cell number. You can WhatsApp me or call me, or you can you can like my page on Instagram. It's Vida Life JA. There's a lot of information on there. You can reach out to me there as well to get more information on this opportunity. It's life changing. We have thousands of persons in Jamaica who this has totally changed their life. Persons are saying to me, Mark, I'm ready to quit my job because what I'm earning here is way more than my job. And I have to be saying to them, no, wait a bit. Because I'm a financial advisor, so I have to allow them to make good decisions. So guys, Vida Divina is the better way, right? So reach out to me, get on board, become my business partner. I'm a platinum affiliate. I'll put in the hard work. I'll show you the ins and outs of the business. And I'm sure that you will understand that this is a better way. To top it all off though, guys, just be true to yourself. As I said before, everything is about mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Mindset will get you everywhere you need to go, right? We serve God with the mind, right? Everything that we do emanates from our mind, right? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So guys, if you think big, you're going to be big.
All right. Amen to that, my brother. Amen to that. All right, Mark, I appreciate you, sir. I thoroughly enjoyed this show. I thoroughly had a good time. It was really
great time to bro.
I'm going to let you go. I'm going to wrap this up, and then I'm going to link you. All right?
All right, bro.
Bless. All right, peoples, that is the ball game. I appreciate all y'all, man, for joining in to the Even People Show. If this was your first time, thank you for joining. Come again. We do this all the time. If you're joining via YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the thing so you can see when the new videos come up, and you can be involved in the loop. Today is Mark. Next week, we'll have some other folks. Mark, make sure you put the information in the comments so that the folks that had questions or want to join or want to change your financial situation can be a part of. If you're into poetry and you want to read, see the book back there. See the book back. I can't get this right. See the book back there, so go and check it out. You know what I mean? But I say again, folks, thanks for joining the show. COVID is still happening. Hello, mate. COVID is still happening, isn't it? So don't go out there without your mask and not like it's not. Okay. Make sure you go there and wear a mask. I'm going like you have since I don't go like these people out there. We are going like COVID stop keep. All right. Mark, it was a pleasure having you, my good sir. And if this is your first time, I'm going to introduce you to what I do when I'm about to leave. I don't give any warning. I just gone. Bless.